is there has been so much fundamentally positive news, and it's just been buried sort of in the background. We've caused ourselves to ignore it. There's the strategic Bitcoin reserve. There's the SEC pulling back on essentially every lawsuit. There's progress on stablecoin legislation. There's talk of market structure legislation. There was the White House crypto summit. These are game-changing positive developments that should put Bitcoin trading at $150,000 or $200,000 today.
Is the crypto market officially over? Has everyone finally won? Or, as you heard there from Matt Hogan, is there more to come? Well, in this video, we're going to break down some key things as to why I think the market has got the best days ahead of us, whether we're talking about fear and greed index or getting a very interesting statement coming from the SEC chair, Paul Atkins. The reality is we are in a very interesting consolidation phase before I think the next big move comes. So if you want to hear more about that, make sure you stick around to the end of this video. It's a lot to pack into it, but hit the like and subscribe button to make sure that you do not miss a beat in this cryptocurrency bull run. With that being said, let's get into it. Well, with Bitcoin retesting the low end of 112,000, how can the best of the market yet to become? Is this all just overhyped? Are people simply correct when they think the end of the market's already in? And in fact, is the bear market simply approaching us? Well, if you take a look at where Bitcoin is, 3.56% already up for the month of November, putting it at a green month. This is important. This all by the same time we see the fear and greed index dropping now back to below 43. Why is this important? Well, fear and greed index is a sentiment of the market. We know that retail isn't fully into the market yet, but the fact that we have dropped to 43 gives people the opportunity to get in, almost a consolidation phase. It may even start to give people like BlackRock the opportunity. Listen to this.
You know, and I'm talking to some of the most sophisticated long-term Bitcoin accumulators. They're pretty excited about this dip. They see this as a buying opportunity. They certainly don't look at economic headwinds and say that's bad for Bitcoin. They say that's probably a catalyst for Bitcoin.
Now, remember, if you take the fear and greed index, we did see actually a bounce back in 2021, heading into the biggest bull market yet. This could be playing out exactly the same as we are in now. Altcoin season continues to hold up around the 75 level. Remember, 76 is where we want to see that Bitcoin move again down and alt season start to begin. Ethereum, as well as AVAX and a few others, have actually been performing pretty well. This, for me, tells us there is more to come in the market. But what else have we got to look at? Well, the fact of the matter is that gold is a very key indicator. In fact, banks have been buying huge amounts of gold all the way through 2025. But you know what they say, gold moves first. And as banks and everyone else pours into gold and that monetary value starts to increase, eventually this will all filter into the crypto markets. 100 days after gold peaks, generally Bitcoin follows suit and catches up pretty quickly. And in fact, we've been seeing the exact play out of this. You can see here on the chart that Bitcoin generally moves with the gold standard about 100 days afterwards. This could play out very favorably over the course of the next few weeks, but that's not all. How do we know that there is still significant adoption for the crypto market? And more importantly, there is more to come. Well, think about this. A new survey from Bank of America now shows 75% of investors have zero exposure to crypto. Now, you always hear people talking about 6% of the global population. Well, think about this. 0% of investors running through the Bank of America simply do not have exposure to the crypto markets. Given the fact we know institutions are here, as well as adoption of ETFs, it is surprising that we don't see this more. US lawmakers are currently trying to get the 401k put through that Donald Trump could be signing, again, giving a huge market for people to get in a more regulated standpoint. People investing part of their paycheck into crypto through their 401 could be very bullish. And it may even start to play out that people begin to use cards or integrate into traditional finance that we've talked about. Today, we actually heard that Fold will be integrating a credit card not only with Visa, but Stripe as well, designed to deliver 3.5% back on every purchase, 2% instantly, and up to 1.5% when you pay with Fold check-ins, rewarded in none other than Bitcoin. This could be very interesting and once again starts to bridge the gap between decentralized finance in the crypto market and traditional finance. And more importantly, those consumers that we all want to come into the market. Remember, the way we get to brand new all-time highs and pump to oblivion is by the fact that we get new people coming into this market to truly understand decentralization and how Bitcoin can solve so many problems, interest rates, inflation, and everything else. And actually, we see the US government working overtime. We saw the new crypto sprint with the CFTC launching today, and they actually launched tokenized collateral and stablecoin initiatives with industry partners. You can see many people here from the CEO of Crypto.com, Brad Garlinghouse, as well as many other over there, again, lurking through to ensure that, well, cryptocurrency is at the forefront of the institutional's mind, but is bringing real world utility to an everyday customer. The important thing here is going to make the dollar work smarter and go further, unleashing a massive US economic growth by, well, lowering costs. So all of that brought together certainly starts to beg the question, is the market really over? Well, a consolidation at 112 could now start to see us print significant higher moves. And we've been talking about the fact that retail could be coming into this market very, very soon. We just need Jerome Powell to stop talking about tariffs and we're probably going to get somewhere near. So with all of this going on, it's only a matter of time before the Fear and Greed Index starts to push back to the upside. We see institutions continue to buy significant amounts of cryptocurrency and retail is going to come in, whether it's with a credit card or whether it's simply buying and holding Bitcoin. In fact, on my live stream today, people were asking specifically, how do I buy Bitcoin? The tide feels like it's changing. And the great news is, you're already positioned in the market. So let me know what you think. What's your view? Are the markets over or have we got significantly higher traction to come? As always, drop it in the comments down below. And don't forget, check out the links in the description. If you want to become a channel member, get access to our content as well as all our technical analysis and coin updates early. Become a channel member, get access to our Discord. It's absolutely worth it. Right, until next time, thanks for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.